Entrepreneurs, business owners, and even my ministry leaders, I got a quick question for you. Have you been struggling with how to get out of your own way so that you can get more things done? Well, I understand. I've been there and I've done that. And today we're going to pick up on part 2 of 3 things you need to know in order to get out of your own way in order to get things done. What's going on, everybody? Glenn P. Brooks Jr. here. Super excited to be back with you for another edition of Bootstrapping Business and Ministry. And we're going to pick up where we left off last week, where we began to explore the 3 things that you need to know in order to be able to get out of your own way. We did part 1 last week, which was the first thing. We're going to cover the second and third things that you need to know. I hope you stick around because we're going to give you some information at the end of today's session to help you to get connected with us so that hopefully you can come grow. Stick around. We'll be back right after this. So number 2 is I want you to pivot, rinse, and repeat. Put that in the chat. Pivot, rinse, and repeat. And then the last thing we're going to talk about today, and we're going to open up the phone lines, is we're going to talk about the idea of doing one thing at a time. If you want to get out of your own way, you need to develop the discipline. This is, guys, let me just say this so that you're clear. Many of you already know I am 99% I on the DISC assessment. We call that the flamingo. I'm 99% in my natural, but I'm 95 in my adaptive. And here's the challenge. By no stretch of the imagination do I have the temperament for focus. I don't. That is not my temperament. It's not how I'm built on the inside. As a matter of fact, anything regarding focus generally for me is painful. I need y'all to be, I need to be dead real with y'all. I need y'all to understand it. When I have to focus on things for too long, it becomes painful for me. And the reason why is that's not how I'm built. Now, my high S's, my high C's, chameleons, turtles, y'all live there. You're good with that. Sit and reflect. Wonder how this works. Wonder what's going on with that. You're the ones that read the book and then somebody mentions another book. You can't finish the paragraph because you're researching, making sure you put that book on your book list. Y'all love the weeds. You love, and I grin because my wife is like that, just loves the weeds. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. Listen, don't get me wrong. There is a time where that is highly beneficial, but it's during the research portion of what it is that you need to do, not the execution portion. And you got to understand when you're in those seasons. So as a quick recap before we wrap up today's Lunch and Learn, I want you to understand that there are 3 things that you need to know in order to get out of your own way and to get things done. Number 1, I want you to prepare to fail. Make it a plan. I want you to plan. I call it factoring for the devil. That's what I call it. Like Murphy's Law, what can go wrong will, like I factor for that kind of stuff. When I go live, I factor for if my signal drops, I factor for that. There's a contingency plan. I'm preparing to fail. Does that make sense? I'm seeing that failure could be on the horizon. If I look out and recognize that our area has been infested with storms all week long, there are times that I will make an adjustment on a live that I do specifically because I can't count on that signal, especially if this is something that's going to generate revenue for me. I'm not willing to take some risks because I'm preparing for failure. It's called mitigating my circumstances. And then if I do, I've already come with a contingency plan. Hey guys, great afternoon today. I don't know about you, but we're experiencing a ton of storms. Hurricane so-and-so is on its way up the coast and it's wreaking havoc all up and down. So if we lose signal, here's what I want you to do. There's a link in the description. I want you to go for a free PDF that I'm gonna talk from. These are the talking points that I have. The PDF is in my description. Do me a huge favor. Click that link if we lose power. And then that way, at least you'll have the balance of what we're talking about. So today I'm gonna give you the 3 things. Y'all hear me? So Sean, this is what this looked like. And again, I need y'all to understand this. As a flamingo, I am not in love with details. I want to do something once and I don't want to have to live in them weeds at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make life easy for myself on the front end. And then guess what? When they click that link, how about y'all already know in order to get that PDF, they're going to have to give me what? Put it in the chat. They're going to have to give me an email. So I've already gone to the turtles on my team and say, guys, the hurricane is coming, storm is coming, it's been stormy or whatever. I want you to do me a favor, create a quick link for me that will link people to download this PDF, next steps to whatever. I'm gonna do this talk, but I wanna be able to capture their email address so that they can get the notes, because some people will come catch the replay because they don't have time, download that PDF and not catch that replay for 2 weeks. But I promise you, that could be the person you need to do business with. Y'all feel me? So number one, in a quick recap, we said, number one, you got to prepare to fail. Number two, you have to pivot, rinse, and repeat. When I say pivot, make the adjustment. And then once you've made the adjustment, you know, okay, this is working. And as my coach always say, water what works, rinse and repeat. Stop overthinking and underperforming. If it's working, I want you to keep watering it. If it's working, there's a reason it's working. Now, here's the neat thing. Sometimes we don't really know why it's working. It just kind of did something. Well, I want you to go back and try and duplicate the process to see if it was an anomaly. Keep watering it. See if it's working because of the things you may discover another reason why it's working that you never knew. So I want you to pivot, rinse, and repeat. And the last thing I want you to do, guys, is please, 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 please focus on one thing at a time. What is the one thing such by doing that makes everything easier or unnecessary? Well, guys, I hope that really was able to help you really get out of your own way. At the end of the day, as an entrepreneur, a business owner, or even a ministry leader, in many cases, you're responsible for other people or at least teams of people. And the more you can create a scenario where you're not the bottleneck, generally speaking, the more your organization is going to grow. So here's what I'd like you to do. If you want to know more about the M.A.P.S Master Class, you want to get involved in what it is that we do, click the link in the description, sign up for a free discovery session because we would love to help you. Why? Because here's what I know to be true. You can't get to any place of significance by yourself because we all need some help. We'll see you guys next time. If this has been a help to you, please do us a favor, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you click one of the videos to take you to one of the things that we've done before. And we'll be back again next week for Bootstrapping, Business, and Ministry.